Button is depressed. Dead set buttons since Lemire is not here. Announcements made. Tweets are ready.
Tweet sent.
Okay, hump day. Right, on the set.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. And no other friggin' better place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, two idiots who misinterpret the news so you don't have to. The dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another exciting day of lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the shroud of the Avatar news so you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices and ours, because they deserve to be questioned.
Spending the whole day with you?
Yeah, you do.
Here's Lemire. What's up,
Yes,
Lemire?
I do have a kitty staring down at me and judging everybody.
Judgment Kitty.
Judgment kitty. And another kitty sitting at my feet, and then another kitty sitting on my desk.
It would be even cooler if he was judging you through the kitty hole in the wood up there. If he was sitting there with his head through the hole, but...
Yes.
But I was wondering what we're referring to. Let's show him the picture here.
Well, this is the picture from earlier.
Yeah. Kitty sitting up there on the wall making judgment.
Here, we'll take the current picture. And attach that to Discord.
While Jack's doing that, welcome to today's show, boys and girls. It is Wednesday, Hump Day, September 11th, 2024, here inside and outside Shroud of the Avatar. There is the current status of Judgment Kitty.
Judgment Kitty.
Sitting there judging you from above.
Oh, coming down.
There he is.
Yes. See, this was a good investment.
I told you it'd be great. Yeah. All you got
Yeah.
to do again is finally paint them to match your wall, and then we'll have floating kitties in the
Yes.
background, which will be,
Yes.
just a kitty sitting in midair behind you would be really cool. Actually, the only
Yeah.
ones you have to do is that one behind you. The two behind you is all you really have to do.
Well, I'm thinking about like doing just the bottom portion, the support, instead of the actual like top, because that way it's like you just see floating shells,
Well,
and for some
yeah.
of them you won't even really see anything.
Yeah, well, you can actually see them against the green screen effect.
Well,
So,
like the like this one right here, since the camera's angled down,
yeah.
that's why you can see that one. If the camera was straight across, then you wouldn't see him at all. Yes. So where ooh. Kitty didn't like that.
Yeah.
No, Tyrion is down on the floor investigating what Izzy is doing, since Izzy is playing with something else. But yes, kitties are. I'm going full cat dad.
Going? You've already done that. When you start adopting other kitties because somebody can't take care of them, or
Well, they're moving and they need an adjustment
yeah,
period of
well,
time.
it looks like you're
So
gonna wind up with that cat, though, doesn't it?
I don't know. I mean, they said it would be for a few months. So I do not know exactly how long I will have said kitty for. But she
Why
seems
does
to be
Zoom keep
enjoying
doing
herself.
this? Oh, I know why.
Doing what?
I went to look, at the Zoom picture, but when I clicked it, I actually minimized it. Whenever I minimize it, you get
Oh,
stuck
it
wherever you
freezes.
are. Yeah, it
Yeah.
freezes, which is stupid for the amount of money that I pay for this damn thing to work.
Yeah.
It
The
should
weird,
work.
yeah.
It should work minimized. I mean, geez, for the
And
life of
if
me.
you don't know what we're talking about, here, there, I just froze Laz on my
I'm
screen.
frozen.
You're frozen. You're frozen. Don't move. But yeah, to bring him back up, I need to go back here. And now it's not doing that. What the fuck?
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh. Anyway,
What the
giveaways
fuck?
are open on both streams. Exclamation bundle me. Get a chance to
It
win
won't.
streamer bundles if you play Shrouded Avatar. Exclamation I love free shit on my stream. For a chance to win mystery game key at the end of the show. And pound the bootay, excuse me,
Yeah.
on Jack's stream. And of course, if you want
Okay.
your own mystery game key, donate 300 bits to either Jack or myself, and we will
Well,
reach into the grab bag. Oh, Jack's restarting.
well, yeah, it wouldn't bring it back up, so I got to rejoin the meeting. It minimized too hard. Thanks,
Too
Windows.
hard.
Got to type in that extra special passcode to get back in here.
Really?
Yep,
You
every
shouldn't
single
have to
time.
do that.
Well, you own the meeting, that's why you don't have to do it, but I do because
No, you're a moderator. I'll have to look at that. You shouldn't have to put the passcode in every time.
oh, it's part of their security from a long time ago. I've been doing that for years. Don't worry, it's
Oh,
no
you
big deal.
should have said something. I should be able to fix that for you.
The passcode is 54321.
I know it's
for
such a hard
everybody.
such a hard passcode to get in. I know.
I know.
For the fact that I still have links to Zoom on the websites for people to come join that nobody ever did. I think it's time to remove those as well, since nobody ever uses them.
Yeah.
And I haven't done well ever since they gave up the offices. There's been no more Christmas parties where I need to get more than just me, you, and or a guest in here. So no big
Yeah.
deal. So anyway, is one thing I didn't mention the other day. I was talking, and Planning for the 10th anniversary NBNN cloak. And
Ooh.
yeah, I'm trying to think should we do anything special or should we just stick with the basic red and white NBNN?
Uh,
Or should we try and get something really funkadelic just because everybody sticks with the basic colors?
well, I mean, it is one where I would just go with the NBNN colors.
You think? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to probably see if I
Should
can't.
should you include the graphic on there of the sausage writing and the cheesy writing?
Well, get an
No.
NBNN shield. Well, yeah, that is
Yeah.
something that I'm contemplating if they will do, but everything that we have, sort of doesn't jive with the TOS. What I would really like to do is, let me see if I can't pull this up. I would really love to have this placed.
Well, you got to share an image
Yeah,
somewhere.
I'm looking for it first. I got to get the proper one. Here it is. Do I have?
But
Can I
hey,
copy this?
yeah, that's
Copy.
right.
Hey, what I would really like to do is have this one placed on the
Oh,
cloak.
the the TV interview
Yeah,
TV logo.
I would love to have this logo put on there with the "I love this shit" in runic, but again,
Yeah.
I don't think that's possible. And I've been looking just for a way where I can edit. I do have the source code where I can edit out, but apparently in the source code, the TV antenna and "I love this shit" are tied together. So if I delete one, they both go. Whereas if I can turn off the
Uh,
NBNN, but then if I try and turn off the "I love this shit" in runic, which they might allow, but I was gonna say I gotta make the ask because we know they've made exceptions, and you know
yes.
when I see people running around out there with Led Zeppelin and other things that are copyrighted, no, this is our actual logo. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I actually, when I got these done, I got the actual source PSDs. I have them all for all of our logos and everything now. I did not make the mistake of just having somebody send me copies when I hired the last person to do that. I made sure that part of the agreement
Well,
was I got the source PSDs for all the logos out there. Yeah.
yeah. That and Stymie's like, Allie will tell you no lettering is allowed on cloaks, or it's heritage, not heritage. What's the term? It's not
Uh,
heritage. It's for
uh,
uh
I don't know. What's the term you're looking for?
and the one for the sign that you have that you're able to put on other things.
Oh,
Uh,
your emblem, your blazon,
it,
your
it's like the words
heraldry.
are is
Heraldry. Yes.
heraldry.
Yes.
Yes, it, the yes. Allie will tell you no lettering is allowed on heraldry, but there are a few examples out there because things have kept continuously slipped through
Yes.
their approval process, including things that were trademarked by other bands, other things.
And the
So
good thing is, Stymie is I'm dealing directly
yeah,
with Laney on this one.
yeah.
And I spoke with Ravlox. I did not mention this one at the time. Andrew Night Owl is sharing. Is that in trade chat or did he put that? There it is. Can I see it in trade chat? No, it's just
No, it's local. You have to put it in a
well,
trade
it
to
comes
click on
up,
it.
but it doesn't actually show it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
see.
Well, those are. Uh, we can always examine him and then just rotate his body around, and then you can see his cloak.
Oh, good point.
Oh,
But
you can leave it on.
no, he
You don't have
doesn't.
to take it off.
It's probably the
And he took it off
heraldry
the trade with you.
it's probably the heraldry he's got on his
Chest.
chest.
Yes, it
Yes.
is.
Yeah, just put it back on, Andrew. We can see it that way.
He's like, give it back, motherfucker. Give it
Yeah.
back.
Just put it on your back, and we'll be able to see it that way, unless you've got it hidden.
Yeah.
Which, even then, we should be able to see it. Yeah, there you go. We can see
Yes.
it that
Yeah.
way when we examine you, which is again, it's the same as what's on the front of your chest piece.
Yes.
But I haven't actually asked that question yet, as I figured I'd step lightly around that one. And again, Lainey has just gotten the technology to create cloaks herself finally, so I might be the first one she actually does, which may sort of be something that she may not want to bend those rules to do that. So I don't know at this point, but Tina, I would be happy to do that. I will do that right after the show. I will send you a copy of the original PSD. I got no problem letting somebody like you have a copy of that where you might be able to do it. You may have a little bit more experience in Photoshop than I do. I'm just a bare novice. That's why I hire people out to do it. But I can make edits and stuff like that, and I can do some changes and stuff. Patchup says, I never
Yeah.
figured out what I wanted for my heraldry. I'm sure I'll come to a decision right after I stop making them. Something that's probably never going to happen. Heraldry will probably always be in the game. Many of us still have plenty of rewards for it. Anybody who comes into the game can go ahead and create it these days. It just has to be submitted, and it can't be, this, that, the other thing. Can't be copyrighted, can't be trademarked, But again, we did a whole piece on somebody who had Led Zeppelin's logo, and he's got a town full of said logo, but this was before they started enforcing that, and they said, unfortunately, they just can't wipe it out because it would have, some dire effects that they don't understand. Which I just said, screw that. You just fucking wipe it out. And it's gone.
Replace it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it should just replace. The Cloak Museum has 77 heraldry cloaks on display and growing. Dimey, where is that? Are any of them the copyrighted cloaks by any chance?
Probably.
If they are, then we may take a trip out there. He says, yep. So, please give us the location.
Well,
He has the Led Zeppelin one. Good. Yeah, that's, yeah.
I have a bunch of folks at my house.
Yeah, I have a bunch of the. No, don't replace it with the bunny. I have the Cult of Bob, which is the bunny logo, locked up already. That's mine. Arc Stricanus. Okay, so Jack's already.
Lowlands.
Yeah.
And then the first one is the Cloak Museum.
Okay. Cloak Museum on Museum Row. Very good. So we are going to take a trip. I should take someone else's design and make a slight change. Oh, there is they do have a tool that you can use. All you have to do is go use the heraldry tool, and they give you plenty of artwork to work with, but Stymie invited me to join his parties, which I did. Here is the Cloak Museum. Where is
I'm gonna go guess that it's inside the dungeon.
Hat and Mask Museum? Cloak Museum. Yeah, I'm gonna guess you're right. Right down in here.
Yeah, I'll meet you there in a second, guys.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you, Stymie.
He's got some streamer. What? There's an Atos fan club cloak.
That
Is that bullshit?
that was actually a fishing cloak, I believe, that was modified, if I remember correctly.
No, it's the streamer cloak.
Oh, is it a streamer cloak?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and there's two different variants on it. One is the you just ran past it.
I'm right
Yeah.
here. Streamer cloak, fan club.
Fish finder cloak. That's not the fish finder. It's like
Cloak of the 200. What's the difference between the two? Yeah, fish finder.
well, one's
cloak, which
GM.
is-
One's GM name and one isn't. But yeah,
well, not really. I mean,
The 200, they only made 200 of those.
and they're
okay.
GM named.
All right. So, lead on, Stymie.
If you want to just see the heraldry cloaks, there's over 200 cloaks on display in the museum right now. But just follow me back. This is where the heraldry stuff starts. And it goes all the way around to the other side.
Dun, dun, dun,
But
dun, dun,
you
dun,
are
dun.
interested in the Led Zeppelin one, which is right around the corner.
Right here, yeah.
Yeah. Again,
This only violates like 7 different policies of theirs.
yeah. No words, no lettering, no
No
trademarks, no
copyright.
copyrights. Yeah, it violates them all.
Well, and also the
And-
Shooter
and then
Jennings one with
the
the
shooter.
79 on it.
Yeah, shooter with the numbers. Also, again, so I mean, we have some variations of where they've deviated from that, and I'm just looking.
Yeah.
Those are probably two of the best examples of.
Well, the Led Zeppelin one is by far the
Yeah.
best. Hey, there's Stymie's
Here's mine right there.
right next to Stymie's.
Yeah.
Purple Dragon Inn.
Oh, no, I'm right. Is that Stymie? Yeah, okay.
It's
Yeah,
Andrew Night House right there.
Andrew and Stymie are in the same.
Mine's down here.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
mine's
well,
Andrews.
This one was crafted
Mine.
by Stymie.
Yeah. That's Andrews. Yeah, Andrews is next to mine. Stymie says this is down over here. Let's see, which one's yours, Stymie?
Yeah.
The green
Mine
one.
has runic lettering on it, but that was partially okayed by Chris.
Oh yeah, runic. Yeah.
And which is also not supposed to be on cloaks as well.
Yeah.
I got a pass
But-
on that because Chris
I know.
okayed it.
So again,
But, I mean,
for
Shroud of consistency.
Yeah.
Now, it would really be funny if the owner of the Led Zeppelin stuff was actually a member of Led Zeppelin, and then it's like, oh,
yeah, well, that would be something else.
yeah.
Sincon cloaks, and then these are all what? These are all community cloaks and stuff here.
Yeah.
Easter.
Yeah, they're event cloaks. So
And then
any
we're-
type of event, that's where you would find those types of cloaks here.
Yeah. All right. We've seen what we've come to see, and then we move into
Yes.
regular game cloaks. See, here's another one, Black Sun. Another
Oh, yeah.
good example of. And what about the Razor cloaks? Did the Razor cloaks? No, the Razor cloaks just had their logo on them. Okay,
Yeah.
and it's their logo, so there's really nothing to be concerned about there because they own the copyright for it, and they partnered with. All right. Well, thank you, Stymie.
Now, I didn't see the Airy Fun cloaks. Do you have those as well?
It's a good question. It should be, if I have those, they'll be around the corner here. And let me make sure I don't get lost in my own damn museum. I have a charity section.
Okay.
What is that building called in here? Is it a castle or what is it?
This is a
called the
basement
dungeon.
or a dungeon. Dungeon.
Yeah, charity ones are up here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Good.
That's a huge dungeon.
Yeah. Just One Life. Iron
Yes.
Maiden's Chemo. Yeah. These are all Airy Fund. Extra Life. No. Mustache Cloak. And the only one I see so far is the Iron Maiden one. Primal Nature was another one of ours. Water Dot Ripple Effect was ours, wasn't it?
Well, it's water.org, so we did do
Water.org was one of them, wasn't the Ripple Effect
the
a different one?
beneficiary. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're missing a Airy Fund cloak or two.
I'm sure I'm missing some. Tracking that stuff down is quite a
Is,
project.
follow me, or make me the leader and then follow, whichever one. Going out to Snug Harbor.
There you go. You're a leader.
Oh. And I recalled to the lot.
All right, we're going to the airship, just so you know. So,
Okay.
because I have all those in the airship. I have my own private, not quite as many. I don't really collect heraldry as much as they were event cloaks and stuff.
When you zone in, invite Andrew. I missed a tell from him asking to join.
Patch up. This is in Arcs. What was it called? Arcs.
Arcs Draconis Lowlands.
Yeah, Arcs Draconis Lowlands. And
then just follow the road sign.
Yeah.
Go into the dungeon.
And you're going to come around the corner to the airship and up the ladder here, Stymie. And then downstairs. And I have all the Airy Fun ones right up here in front. The Iron Maiden's Chemo Relief, Think Pink, Extra Life 2017, Just One Life, The Ripple Effect. All those were. I have an Extra Life Community Heraldry Cloak. And then these are all the ones from Vulcan Jedi. And then there's the Primal Nature. And so the ones to the left are Airy Fun Cloaks. The ones to the right are Extra Life and Vulcan Jedi cloaks on this wall here. And then I got a Bug Brigade Anniversary cloak there. 21 and 23. I'm missing 22. And then, of course, release cloaks, convention cloaks. I've got a whole different, the New York party, the launch event party, King's Dinner. That's just a plain cloak.
Are you actually on the airship?
Yes.
Okay.
On the airship down in the hold. And Heg Pets with the sub. for 11 months. Yeah, so all the ones that you wanted to know about for right here against this wall, straight ahead. Those are all on the left side, are all the airy fun ones.
If you ever come across that BMC 2016 con cloak, an extra one, let me know.
I know where you can probably get one. As and then of course these are all just regular event cloak, not event cloaks, but just regular game cloaks that were released over time in here. Nothing spectacular, but yeah. And the heraldry cloak is my own heraldry cloak, is the only one I've got that's really up in here. So, Al, how many Lord cloaks do I have? Do I have 3 Lord cloaks? Is that what it is? Knight, Duke, Lord. I have 2 Knight cloaks and 2 Lord cloaks. That's what it is. Okay, but only 1 Duke cloak. And these are the special ones with the light sources on them, which they don't light up when they're not being worn. Anyway, and then of course, yeah, these were all the charity cloaks for water.org and autism and all that other stuff, but those weren't airy fun cloaks. So anyway, time to get back to lot because it's time for us to do our first giveaway. That's right. Hump Day.
Oh, who is going to be the wiener? It is the Absolute Hermit, which I forgot your in-game name. Type it in either chat.
Hegpets hit us up with a sub, so we got to find out. Does Hegpets want to play with our balls?
Are we playing with balls or continuing Shroud
we're going to continue with the news because we need to know. As we're going to play with some marbles, then we'll do a giveaway with that. If not, I'm just going to do a game key giveaway right as I pull this one. Azorian Dufresne, you are the winner of the streamer bundle, so congratulations to you.
Okay.
And Hegpet says, sure, let's do a marble break. All right, very cool.
Okay.
And giveaways are reopened as I send Azorian Dufresne and load marbles up.
Waiting for the marbles to load.
Yep, Azorian is in game, which makes life easy. I love when that happens. That's all I got to do is click on the existing name. And here comes the rain again because that storm is so freaking big. As marbles should now be loaded. So let's get over to marbles.
Click the random button a few times.
And hit that random button 100 times. Hard landing.
Then realize that a kitty was where Foot wanted to be. And I've got the Marble Diner.
A marble diner. All right. Are you ready to click the start button?
We are clicking start in 3, 2, 1. Start. 69 seconds to join in on both streams for your chance to win some scrolls. If either Laz or myself wins, that means that you get to send me all of your scrolls. Because that's the way we roll around here. Dun 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 dun. And why is artificial grass so fucking expensive?
Because it is.
For no reason.
Get yourself some indoor, outdoor grass carpet and put it out there.
Well, I want to kill all the grass in my backyard and then build the deck. Yeah, it is down to 10 seconds left. Don't forget exclamation mark play both streams, because we are going to be dropping down the pegboard on my side. I forget what Laz's map is going to be like.
Yeah, it's hard landing. As we're going to be
you
rimming the blue hole.
get to play like you're on an airport, right? No, hard landing is not a hard landing.
No.
It's very poorly named. But Solipsistic Lemur was in the lead for a little bit, but Absolute Hermit steals the lead. And Solipsistic steals it back. We're going
Where is
around the
everybody?
diner. They are hanging out somewhere. They are hanging out, doing weird things, man.
Oh, I hit something that changed
Oh,
settings where I don't see everybody's marble names.
well, that would be the Alt key,
The Alt
left
key.
Alt, left Alt. Yeah.
There it is. Okay. I was wondering why I don't see anybody's names, and that's why. But Solipsistic Lemur was, yeah, I was trying to resize the window and slobs, but Azorian Dufresne now
Well,
in the lead.
I love the Alt tabbing, and also turns off the names because you hit the Alt key first. But Solipsistic in the lead on my side as well.
Solipsistic and Cynicist fighting it out, but looks like Solipsistic Lemur.
I'm pulling up the rear on my side.
Oh, yeah, Solipsistic Lemur gets it. Absolute Hermit, Andrew Night Owl, Hegpets, all ejected at the end of the racetrack.
Oh no, Laz stole the lead from Solipsistic, and Laz in for the victory, so everybody can send me their scrolls on my side. Oh.
And that would be Alistair Cregan.
Nice.
Who's getting going to be getting some scrolls, so let's get the scrolls sent out first.
Oh, yay.
Oh, Alistair also was in game, but then they just disappeared. What happened to him? Holy crap. I was just about
Logged
to
out,
click on
change scenes.
I was just about to click on his name when, yeah.
Teleported. Did weird things.
That shouldn't affect the names on the list, should it?
Internet crash. You're talking Shroud logic here.
Shroud math, I know.
Shroud math, it's like people say we don't understand math, and then they try to explain things and then tell us how wrong they are, and then they turn around and they make bug reports related to the exact same thing that we talked about.
The exact Shroud math we were talking about. That's
the exact Shroud math that we were making fun of. And it's angry at us for pointing out that you said we didn't understand these things, and keep making jokes about it, and yet bug report related to it.
Well, let's make a joke about who's going to be our winner of our game key, and that is going to be Solipsistic Lemur. Congratulations!
Oh, yay!
And let's see what we've got.
Internet's about 0.4 megabytes or megabits. Stop downloading the porn, man.
Yeah.
Save for after the show.
And you're going to get yourself a copy of a Necrovision. Necrovision. Necrovision Lost Company, which is currently $6.99 on Steam. Is that correct? Yeah, $6.99 on Steam. Necrovision Plus. Oh, Necrovision Plus Necrovision Lost Company, which
Yeah,
is that 2 games?
it is something.
I have to see this now on Steam. Lost Company is $6.99. $9.99 for Necrovision and Necrovision Lost Company. So congratulations to Solipsistic Lemur as I reset this giveaway.
Congratulations.
And it's been a long time since Solipsistic has won,
Is one.
apparently, yes.
Congratulations.
There he is. There he is. And congratulations to you. And yeah, it looks pretty cool. Again, you can't beat a free $10 worth of Steam games any way you look at it. So yeah, it is what it is. But meanwhile, let's talk about some dungeons. Why don't we today? Because we have some hot topics on dungeons.
You mean lots of topics related to dungeons?
Yeah.
Well, let's go with the first one, which is the big fat no.
No, that's not the first one. But
Maybe it is.
we will go with that one. Make it the first one. It's called binding.
We will make that binding to your dungeon. Mondravis wants to be able to bind to your dungeon. That way you recall your zone right into your dungeon. Morkin says no.
No.
Without an explanation. So dungeons are technically adventure scenes. Let's see if Conjurer actually points that out. As far as I remember, there's a problem with the recall teleports in some circumstances, would teleport you to an empty version of your basement or dungeon. And it would be confusing when using teleporters to do that recall, ship to return. In Kingsport, when you do the sneak scene, which counts as a separate zone, not just cellar, then you go to the docks and that ship does a return. It returns you to the last zone you were in, which is in the sneak scene room. I can't say it why you can't bind to your dungeon. The dev can explain it for sure, but I guess because the dungeon is bound to your lot and not to your town like your lot.
Yeah.
Well, they shroud mapped all kinds of things.
Basically, a dungeon is an empty instance which is assigned to your lot. And if they try and teleport to it, you're just going to teleport to an empty room is what's going to happen. You won't actually teleport to your dungeon or anybody else's dungeon or anybody else's basement. You're going to just teleport to a void. Is probably the best way to
it's been shroud mathed.
Yes.
Shroud math.
Basic answer, just not possible. Okay, that's really what it comes down to. Just not possible. At least not the way they coded it. I mean, there should be a way, like we do with teleporters, to say, hey, let's click on this link and it goes to this place. But just
here, let's run over to your dungeon real quick and go inside of it, and we'll actually bring up part of the problem. Okay.
Well, hang on. I'm going to get over here before we enter. See, when you get over here, and you click on the actual dungeon. Let me get that scene up so people can see it. When you click on the dungeon, the enter dungeon button should have a X, Y, Z coordinates for this dungeon. So when you click on that button, it goes, hey, this is where it's taking you. So I don't understand why you can't just make
Yeah.
something that does that X, Y, Z coordinates and teleports you right into this dungeon.
And of course, Lua's being a bitch, and I can't actually go inside where it's got the player dungeon adventure mode owned by Lazarus Long, and then I was going to pull up the bug report where the XYZ coordinates are not the same. It's just randomly out there in the world.
Yeah.
But if you look at the XYZ
Andrew
and the
says,
bug report stuff,
who will point out that few players wanted runestones just to teleport to adventure zones. Not just a few players. Everybody wanted rune books just like we had in Ultima. It wasn't just a few players. It was loads of players.
it was loads of players,
Yeah.
and
I got a vendor here.
but they wanted to make the game different.
Yeah.
But if you look at the location here, negative
Look at that.
1.40, negative 15.2, right? So Laz, we need to actually come out of your dungeon, and we need to go to a different dungeon.
Which we have access to. Actually, we can just go right to our next door
Anybody's
neighbor.
dungeon.
Our next door neighbor. Your next door neighbor. My next door neighbor goes to some other place that's not a regular dungeon.
I'm waiting for your lot to load. Is there a dungeon here?
Got to go right next
Yes,
to the
there is.
NBNN lot. No, that's not a.
just
That's
right,
that's not. That's
just
not a
right
dungeon.
outside and then through the gate.
That's not a dungeon.
Oh, that's a teleport to the rise.
That's what I'm saying. That's not a dungeon.
Yeah,
You gotta come.
a dungeon entrance.
Gotta come around to the front over here to this guy's. Same owner, just. And he's got the same dungeon entrance that I've got.
Where are you at?
Just come down the street from.
Okay.
Just come around the corner. Here we go.
Okay, then let's go inside. And let's bring up that debug or that bug report. And as soon as we get inside. Dun dun dun. Loading, loading, loading. Because we can't fix loading times. Unity.
66%.
Dude, that's why it's like I love shit like Cyberpunk and Baldur's Gate 3. What don't you see all the time?
I don't know. I don't play either of them.
Loading times.
I have them both, but I don't play either of them.
You don't see long as shit loading times. Okay.
Okay, where are you?
I'm waiting. I'm at 66% because the game froze. It's fucking Shroud. Okay, went from 66% to 100%, and looks like I'm in a different instance. But if we bring up /bug and look at the difference in the player dungeon locations, you have negative 1.4 versus 0.0 or 0.1, 0.000, then negative 15.2. It's like these X, Y's, and Z's make no fucking sense. Oh, wait, that's because of where I'm standing inside the dungeon. because they also made it to where every single dungeon is the exact same shit. So you can actually end up in the exact same spot. And the dungeon names aren't specific enough for them to tell which zone you're actually in. That's why every time you report a dungeon thing, you have to like say, hey, this dungeon is in this lot, in this location, blah, blah, blah. So that way they can actually get to said dungeon to see said problem.
Dark Blue Monkey! What's going on, brother?
But yeah, Shroud mathed the dungeons.
Yeah.
And,
Anyway.
But why did it not take...
Why didn't we
us
go to the
to
same
the-
dungeon, which is very interesting. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
You left the party too, so you're not in the party anymore.
Well, I wasn't in your party to begin with.
Oh, which is interesting.
It got Shroud mathed.
Yeah. All right, let's get to that next topic, which I
Yes.
sort of like this one, but I don't know how feasible it is.
Are you referring to the supply
Yes.
NPC Dungeon Adventure Supply vendor? An NPC vendor that you place in your dungeon to buy reagents, repair kits, and arrows and sell your loot you obtain from the dungeon. Zero have crafting stations. What? Zero have crafting stations in the dungeons and chests. For me, that is enough. It's more the restock in other players' dungeons to keep it running and be able to sell. For Mondravis. This reminds me of a little movie that some of you may have seen, some may have not. The Gamers. The one where they left an NPC in the dungeon with their loot because they had a party wipe, and then they re-rolled new characters, and that NPC was still there holding all their other previous characters' shit. That's what that kind of reminds me of. If you're worried about being overweight and wanting to sell stuff, it's called a mule character. But why would they put vendors inside of adventure scenes?
Well, we can put vendors. We can put player vendors. What would make sense in that case is for somebody to put a player vendor who bought that stuff in there for somebody.
Yes.
Yeah, which can be done because, as you noticed, I have a player vendor down there. But why would I want? Yeah, if I did, I would be buying that stuff even dirt cheaper than the normal vendors would be buying it from you for, and then going around and.
But remember, you also have that limit of you would actually have to list each item for sale, and you would then turn around and be limited by the 200 buy order requests.
Yes, understandably.
Yeah.
Andrew, add a chest. That would be nice if he had ownership of said dungeon, but he does not mention whether he's in his own dungeon or somebody else's dungeon. I know a lot of people who have created their own dungeons just so they can fight in their own dungeons, and I know a lot of people who go to somebody else's dungeon just because of the challenge and the XP you can get. There are some dungeons that are equal to control points out there where you can go down there and just spend all day racking up XP.
Troll rooms.
Yeah.
And
again, the chest does have a limited capacity of 300 items. Now, of course, you'll probably never hit that because, well, that's not true. As things like boots, armor, swords, we can fix it. Yeah, I've heard that story before.
Yep.
Heard that story before.
Bring a mule or 3. That's my solution.
But yeah, again, I've heard this argument time and time again. Now, for many people who know, I'm going to just switch over to the live scene and bring up my character sheet real quick. Right now, my character sheet, I am holding 790.9 stones, pounds, whatever, out of 980.5. And if I change over to one of my equipped characters, I automatically, not that one. Usually,
I'm holding
yeah,
443 out of 993.
I automatically become overweight of 790.9 versus 729.8 because of all the stuff I'm carrying, because my stats changed for more this and more that, less this and less that, just the way I'm built out. Okay, but that's also because I'm carrying all the stuff that I use for my vendors, and I'm carrying one chest that weighs 546.3 stones. Now, as soon as I leave, and I have another one that's 87. Okay, so as soon as I leave those two behind, I have no problem going out, and I have never, ever, 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 never had a situation where once I drop these two chests and I go out hunting, mining, foraging, do I ever become overloaded because I was out so long I collected so much stuff that I couldn't move normally. And of course, then there's, the belt of the ox, which you can have. You can get an obsidian potion of capacity, which will help you. There are several other things to help buff that, but aside from tailoring your character to be able to carry X amount of weight, what was the? Let's bring up the
which actually, let's go to Morkin's post, which is the public mailbox. Because
okay, I guess we got
all the
time
things
for
that we're
one.
actually talking about is related. If being in a player-created dungeon and it's a large one, you often have the problem that you have too much loot in your inventory and your only option is to destroy some items to get free space in your backpack. It would be nice if there was a public mailbox for dungeons. A limit of 1 mailbox per dungeon is a must, so we don't have any post office dungeons.
I don't see why it would be a limit. You can put a fucking box in every room.
Well, the other thing is Morkin. Bring your own mule.
Yeah.
If you're that overloaded, find ways to do the things that we suggested. The belt of the ox, the BMC rings that have been upgraded.
First off, you're spending money every time you mail stuff. Yeah. Second off, when you mail that stuff, you're just creating twice as much work because you're going to mail it to yourself, and then you got to go claim it to yourself. Then you have to go sell it. It's just a lot easier to say
mule.
No, not even that, because then you got to trade it to a character. You take that character who's going to be overloaded anyway. He's got to drag ass to wherever it is.
If your mule is you're looting, use your mule to loot everything.
That's not as easily said as done. If your mule is not getting that last kill, he can't do the looting. Remember that.
You just have to wait a little bit before you can.
Again, it's more trouble than it's worth.
And if you party your mule, you can always make sure that it's just learning strength and things like that, and has a massive XP pool.
Okay, let's go conjure a dragon. We only got.
You do not have to place items in a backpack that is limited to 300 items. If you do, you can have several backpacks, 300 or small bags, 150 items in each in your inventory. The normal inventory has unlimited number of items, and if you become over encumbered, be it player created or an adventuring, then eat bacon or change equipment to those items that give more strength or raise your carry capacity, belt of the ox. So you're able to haul your loot to the next bank or your home lot. I see you've never been in my dungeon. After 3 runs, I'm so over encumbered that I can eat what I like, but it doesn't help. And don't forget, I'm Earth specialized. Morgan, place a box. It's your dungeon.
Yeah, if it's your dungeon, place a box. And then you
Yeah.
can just pick up the freaking box and carry it out at the end.
Whenever you feel like. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is time for us to get out of here and
Yeah.
pull some giveaways.
So, and again, just, leave your dungeon and go fucking get rid of it. Jeez, is it
Jeez.
such a hard thing to do? If you're doing 3 runs and you're overloaded, then maybe you should rethink that design.
Put a box. Put a box. Put a box.
Put a box.
But Lomir's getting a... How is no one in my giveaway?
Thank you.
I don't know. You can open it?
They all wanted me to have it.
No, it says it's open.
Oh, Lomir is the winner of mine.
Oh, fuck. Twitchbot got disconnected. You piece
Oh.
of shit.
2 for Thursday for me.
Twitchbot got disconnected, and the Twitch streamer, I've got to generate the token, which means I have to authorize
you.
this shit. I apologize. No Steam key for me today. My apologies. We'll make it up to you. At
Sure,
some point.
just you have any people that entered in? Random
No,
die roll.
none.
Oh, you just didn't
None.
open up at all. Okay.
No,
How was I able to get into it?
you got on the streamer bundle. This is what I'm looking at.
Oh, your Steam key. You didn't have it.
Oops. Hold on. Wrong person. So this is what I'm looking at for everybody that doesn't know. It's an open giveaway with nobody there. And that is related to the fact that the Twitch bot got disconnected for some odd reason. And instead of preventing me from opening the giveaway, it just allowed me to open it and not.
Yeah. Tina, you're going to get yourself a copy of UFO Aftershock.
That would be Steam keys.
UFO Aftershock.
And I really wanted to pound this bouquet.
Yes. But it's time for us to get out of here, Laz.
Yep, we're going to go ahead and clear out of here for
laundry
today.
to do today.
We shall be back with more tomorrow. Well, never mind. I'll just let you double up tomorrow.
Maybe,
Until then,
if I remember.
I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And Stymie.
There we go.
Yeah.
And we are NBNN. Thank you, Stymie, for the tour. Thank you all for joining us today. Thank you, Heg Pets, for the sub. And all of you for joining us here each and every day. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye.